What's going on, people? Hey, man, I just come in here and speak something right fast, man. I know if y'all looked at the little online thing with the guy that his daughter forgave his child support for I think it was like $30,000, and she rewarded him by clearing that the child support obligation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's an amazing thing when you can go through heartache and hardship, and your kids from being at a younger age really don't know or understand really what's going on. But when they get older, they can make a judgment or make decisions based on what they see and the actions that the father or the mother taken throughout this situation. Now, I don't know if she forgave it, if she paid the money and she forgave it like that and the money went to the mother, or the mother was deceased and she had the power of attorney to extinguish the arrearage and things like that. But I think it was a great and wonderful thing that she was able to do that, and the love she has for her father, not really turning the way that it may have been previously in her life if he wasn't there or he couldn't do anything for her, whichever. You never know the different situations that go on in a relationship when it comes to this child support thing. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that has the wrong idea about child support. You know, because the first thing when you hear child support, a lot of people in today's time, because of stereotypes, when you hear child support, the first thing you hear is deadbeat, which is not the case. Because if that man or woman is not in the household with that child, and you're no longer with the father or the mother, then of course you need to pay child support or pay some type of financial obligation to that parent or that custodial parent to help take care of your child, if it's your child. That's understandable. But I think a lot of the issues come in is the way the child support is handled, the laws in it, and the way it's designed and the way it's programmed. You know, I don't think nobody not want to pay child. Well, there's a high percentage of people that don't mind paying child support if it's affordable. You know, if it's something that you can afford to pay, at the same time allow yourself to live as well. Because if you have other kids, and of course you gotta live, you got a house, a home, a car note, bills, and as well. So you gotta look at it two ways. You gotta look at it from the custodial side and the non-custodial side. But who's drawing the line? Who's gonna determine the good fathers from the bad fathers if you're putting everybody in the same bowl under just the child support roof? You know, it's nothing to determine this man is trying to do right from this man that don't care. You just on child support, so you're gonna fall under every rule and regulation that fall under child support. There's no special rules for you the good guy and you the bad guy. You know, it's sad that a lot of men that has to go and put themselves on child support just in order to see their child. You know, just to get the benefits that they need in order to see their child and be in their child's lives. Because they have to use the system to their advantage, but at the same time, you got to sacrifice yourself to the system. And that's sad. But nobody is being held accountable for that. All they say is, well, you should have used protection. Oh, well, it takes two people. Because 99.9% of the time, if the judge asks you, did this man rape you or put a gun in your head and say, let's lay down and have sex, they're going to say, no, I did it willingly. So why is one held to a higher standard than another? That's just being real. You know, a lot of times you go into these courtrooms as a man, the judge is a female, the jury gonna be a female, the DA is a female, and a lot of the times that female really, just by law of nature, a female is automatically going to take the side of another female on some type of level. Period. That's just what it is. I don't give a damn if it's your mother, it's your grandmother, is or whatever. And you having a problem with a female or whichever, she's going to feel that female to a certain extent because she is another female. They going to stick together. Not saying all the time that they're right, but it's going to show some type of favor in what they're saying or what they're doing. You know? So you already, when you go into the courtroom, you already strike two. You know? And then when you go into the courtroom, if you're trying to explain what it is that you're doing or what it is that you want, you're going to get shut down. Because all she gonna stand over there, she gonna cry, she gonna move, and then they gonna get the heart of the court. And then when you say, well, Your Honor, I got, well, no, you're gonna shut your mouth. You're not gonna talk in my courtroom. I'm gonna hold you in contempt. So you pretty much gotta stand there and take whatever it is, unless you got a good enough lawyer. You know? A lot of the things with child support ain't for child support. A lot of times it's just for revenge. Because the state has put this whole picture they're painting and say, if you want to hurt that man, come to us. If you want this amount of money, come to us. It's almost like, how can I say it? It's almost like, if you bring them to us, we'll look out for you type thing. That's why you have all these different programs under the state agency with welfare and all this other food stamp thing. And that first thing they tell you, do you have a man with child support? Because if you don't, then we can't help you because you ain't bringing them to us. You're not allowing us to enslave him under the sanctions that we have. So if you're not going to work with us, we're not going to work with you. You know, that's why when a female go to court, she's represented by the court for free because those are her workers. That's the state workers. They work for the state. So they using a lot of the males or females, they're using them as a pawn to help you further imprison the black man on top of whatever else is going on. Because if you think about it, you paying child support and then you fall into, let's say, a situation where you can't pay. Okay, you can go back to court, which is going to cost you. It's going to cost you time to do it if you're doing it yourself, or it's going to cost you money if you are a lawyer, which you don't have. So if you ever get back into the courtroom to say, I'm going back to court and I lost my job, so I need a reduction in pay, it's going to be hard because now at that time you're going to jail. Let's say you go to jail for 90 days. You owe $10,000. If you didn't have the $10,000 when you went to jail, after you do the 90 days, where you gonna get the $10,000 from? So it's almost like a double jeopardy. You charging me with the same crime over and over and over, but yet you're not exalting my debt. You know what I'm saying? You're taking me to jail saying you owe $10,000, 90 days. 6 months later, you owe $5,000, 90 days. You lose your job again, you're back up to $12,000, 90 more days. So how many times you gonna keep locking me up, going to jail? So now I got a criminal background now. A lot of jobs check for that. Now you can't get a job. Not only that you have a criminal background, y'all suspended my license, so how the hell I'm supposed to get to work? So it's almost like everything is built against you. It's a lot of people that have males and females that's on child support that ain't getting a dime. The person owed them $50,000, $60,000. They cool with it. So if you are cool with not getting $50,000 or $60,000 or getting money monthly, why you even have that person on child support? Because you don't get the satisfaction from getting the money. Your satisfaction comes from that person owing you or that person being criminalized or put in jail because of the situation that you have them in. That's where your satisfaction comes from. I hurt you. I got control. I got the power. See? That's all what it's about. There's no regulation to this thing. It's just, okay, you want this? Okay, do this, and then we got you. You have to get a lot of these things under control, man, and be sanctioned to where there's a lot of kids that don't have them father in their lives, that want to be in their lives, that's really detrimental to that child's life. And you are creating monsters. You are creating criminals, you know? Because now at that point, that child grow up without the father saying, oh, he don't love me, or whatever. Because no matter what, I'm not saying that a woman can't raise a man, but a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Point blank, period. That child needs his father in his life. Now, if the father don't want to be there, that's something different. I understand that. Then you have to go to the uncle or somebody that can be a positive role model in that child's life. But if that man wants to be a father in his child, let that man be a father. You want everybody to be miserable. You want everybody to be lonely. You want everybody just to be like you are. Just an ain't shit ass person. You know, you're not trying to be shit. You ain't trying to have shit. But you use that child as a crutch to say, oh, this is the reason why. Why you ain't got a job? Well, I'm doing this by myself. Why you don't have this? Well, I got this child. Now, okay, remove the child from it. Remove the child from it. Once you remove the child, then what's going to be your excuse? You remove that crutch. Once you remove the child from the situation, if the child is getting money every month for that child, and then your responsibility is to really help that child, and you're not, that remove your income. Now you don't have a choice but to go get off your ass and do something with your life. You know? We all are held responsible for our actions, but nobody want to be held responsible. Nobody want to take responsibility for their actions. Yeah, I did wrong, and yes, you also did wrong. So why can't we come together as adults and rectify the issue and keep going? If I don't want to be with him or I don't want to be with her, then that's just what it is. Don't try to find a way to sabotage that person just because that person no longer wants to be in your life. You know he or she wasn't shit when you got with him. So if you was allowing that person to be on your sofa not being shit when y'all together, why when he leave you or she leave you, now it's an issue. Now all of a sudden you have all these needs. Now all of a sudden you have all these wants because that person ain't there. But when that person was there, he wasn't shit. But it was cool as long as that person wasn't shit with you. I'm gone, man.